This is how to make spaghetti squash. First, preheat the oven to 350. Then cut the ends off of your squash and cut it down the middle the long way. Next, you want to start scraping out the guts and the seeds of the squash with a spoon. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just get as much as you can out. After that, get a cooking pan with tinfoil on it and drizzle some olive oil on the squash. And then rub it in like so. When you put the squash in the oven, you're going to want to put it face down for about 30 to 45 minutes or until you can put a fork in it pretty easily. Then you're going to need about 1 pound of ground beef in a skillet. Then we're going to dice an onion. Start by peeling off the outer skin layer and cut it into rings, and then stack the rings on top of each other. Then cut them into thirds, rotate them, and then cut them again. Put your diced onions in with the meat. Then get about 10 of these small sweet peppers. Cut the ends off of them and then put them in a strainer. Next, run some water on them to wash out the seeds and the veins. Then cut them the long way and then rotate them and cut them into small pieces. Now add the peppers with the onions and meat and turn your stove on to low to medium heat. As it heats up, you're going to want to chop the meat to break it into smaller pieces. Then you can season it when it's cooking. I used garlic powder, some Italian seasonings, which is just leafy herbs like thyme and basil ground up, and then some more onion salt seasoning. When the meat is fully cooked, you can add some tomato sauce. I used about 2 jars. Then stir and let it get nice and hot. When it gets to the point where it's bubbling, turn off the heat. Make sure to check on your squash. Mine was in for about 45 minutes, and as you can see, the fork goes in pretty easy. Then take your squash and start scraping it out with a fork or spoon. It doesn't matter if it's hot or not. Then after you've scraped it all out, you can start putting the squash into your sauce. You can mix your sauce and squash together and then serve it, but here I decided to grate some cheese over it. And now it's done and you're ready to serve a low-carb alternative to regular spaghetti.
Till it's cool, just cool, into the mouth. Nice.